Welcome back to SwitchCorner. My name is Alex, and today we got the Indie World Direct. There was some decent stuff in there, but right at the end, they announced an Indie World sale event, and well, it'd be pretty rude if I didn't at least take a look. So this is just a kind of one-off special, you know, Thursday and Saturday deals videos. They are still very much happening, so do be here for that. But let's take a look now at just a quick one at 10 deals that I think are going to be worth your time from this surprise sale. So without luck, hit subscribe if you love the Switch, as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and let's get started. So as always, look, the focus here, new all-time low prices, and we got some big deals videos ahead of us this week with everyone getting in on this sale, from Devolver to Raw Fury to Super Giant Games. It's going to be an easy week to spend a whole lot of cash, that is for sure. So first up then, a smaller deal, Curse of the Dead Gods is rocking at 20% off. It's a new game though, and if you do like, you know, something like Hades, this roguelite may be a good one to turn to next, as you basically find yourself here raiding temples and facing all sorts of enemies and boss moments. With progression though comes what are called curses, and these can impact you in some way, like let's say your health, it just drains constantly. Occasionally they will actually help you, but honestly that's pretty damn rare. It looks good though, it plays good, and I have a full review of it on the channel that I will link down below. Devolver then with the mighty Hotline Miami collection. This is a top-down shooter and it's just simply a masterpiece, and while I do think personally the first entry is the better game of the two, you can't really go wrong when they're selling both for 75% off. Ultra difficult though, it's all about one-hit kills, this one, including yourself, and the story and the visual style just absolutely kind of surreal and washed in neon, something I'm definitely a fan of. I've played this one though since release. I own it on multiple platforms, and I strongly suggest you add it to the library. It's even better in handheld. Just go in knowing there's going to be a challenge for sure. A personal favourite of mine then is Fiori. It's at a new all-time low with 70% off, and it is a masterpiece, pure and simple. Taking on the role of a lone warrior, this is a boss rush title, meaning only boss battles, and it incorporates hack and slash gameplay and almost think gunplay as well. It's another one that's hard as hell, as with the first two games in this video. Today I went for that kind of hat trick of kick your ass and not apologise, but it's a stunning looking game that has this incredible soundtrack just to reinforce the action. It also has these somber walking moments between each boss that very much make it feel unique. Just know it's basically a bullet hell game though, and yeah, that should tell you if it's gonna be for you. Hyperbrawl Tournament's a new one, another one that is fantastic though. I reviewed it here on the channel. If you grew up on the likes of Speedball like me, then I think you need to strongly consider this one. Concept here is simple enough. It's a 2 versus 2 futuristic like sport, but it's the controls that are so good, as you can kind of like pass this ball around, beat down on your opponents mid-match, and even power up or control the ball in air. That's a really unique feature. Super fast paced, so I played it a whole lot online, and you can even do 2 players on the same team, and that takes some real skill and communication to win. 60% off though takes it into budget range, and yeah, I absolutely loved it. I think it looks great, it plays great, and it definitely deserves a spot in your library. So a quick self-plug then, the Twitch channel is getting stronger and stronger, so if you haven't joined already, I've linked it down below. Over there we've covered everything from new releases to some of the more unusual sales we've come across. Likewise then, PlayStation Corner is very much ready to get back and going again, and we will have 2 sales videos a week starting today, this afternoon, where we're covering PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 5 deals. With that though, let's jump back on with a video and some more of these great Switch deals. So Aero then is a game we rarely see on sale, but right now it is 50% off, and it's a rhythm game, pretty much the definition of hidden gem. This one looks good, plays good, it brings something unique to a genre that's, you know, largely repetitive in its design ideas. Here though, you're flying through space, and it's largely on rails as you basically shoot down enemies or follow this like light trail on screen. Music wise, expect a whole lot of EDM and especially trap. It's pretty heavy in its style, but it's also kind of matching the intense gameplay. The closest comparison I can think for this one would have to be Thumper. That is an absolute compliment. So I'm going to be grabbing myself then Everhood. Can't recommend it, never played it, but maybe you'll want to join me for the ride. I'll also report back in a week or so before that sale is over, kind of with my opinion. But right now it's offering 25% off, and it's a very new game, maybe a month since release. The opinions out there though of this one, they are extremely high, and it combines RPG elements with rhythm gameplay, and it always did like interest me. I just never kind of got around to giving it a go, you know. So with this surreal art style design though, and out there story that it's promising, I'm actually looking forward to finally checking this one out. Alright, so first person shooter fans, Fiori Bastards is a great game with a few minor frame rate issues. On reflection, I was a little tough in my review because it kind of kept me just addicted for the longest time after I dropped that video. It's essentially though a looter shooter that just also happens to be a roguelite. The idea here though, you are a prisoner on board this prison ship that's actually in trouble. Now they kind of send you out to find help. If you die though, you'll actually become a new character, a new prisoner with new traits, and maybe you're like tall, you're short, it changes that kind of visual perspective. Maybe you're colorblind and the screen is black and white. The voice acting at times a little annoying, but otherwise it's got a real good sense of humor and the gunplay is solid. Aaliyah then from Devolver, and another one I've reviewed here on the channel. I love the game. It's a 2D side-scrolling action platformer. You command a magical spear that allows you to just like teleport or send it flying all over the shop. It's not the longest of games, this one, probably right around the 3-hour mark, but it's got really tight controls, an intriguing story, and I really like the general art direction where they've got a lot of like detail and motion out of their pixel design. The music as well finally, and just sound design in general, just top notch. It just all feels like a lot of love went into this one and it absolutely paid off. It's also a very nice discount for a new game with 50% off. Our penultimate game of the week then, that is Discriminable, another Devolver piece and another one I was seriously impressed with. It's a top-down survival experience, meets almost think bullet hell at a few moments, but the idea is simple enough. You enter a collection of rooms, you need to avoid what are spinning discs of death, and death will visit you a lot. The only gameplay here though really is movement, but it's just bloody difficult. It's also completely addictive though, and that helps whether you're chasing a high score in a timed mode or facing its kind of mysterious storyline. Finally then, the soundtrack. Devolver just seem to find games with just incredible music, and this is another example of that. So our final game then of this kind of one-off special, and we got Panzer Paladin. This is for the old school action platformer fans out there. Not a huge deal, this one, it's 25% off, but if you like your mechs, you like your solid platforming and action, this one is definitely gonna be for you. It's set in a world though of war, and evil has basically emerged, and you must set out and take down what are known as the Weapon Keepers, essentially, you know, fun boss moments. That's kind of punctuating the solid platforming and action. It's another one though with a nice twist on the old school style pixel visuals, and there's just like a ton of weapons to forge and just all out action ahead of you. It even had a free update that includes a challenge mode, leaderboards, and a classic 8-bit style soundtrack. And that is it. I just wanted to give you a quick sample of what this Indie World sale has brought to the table. The Thursday 10 under 10 deals will still go ahead, as well as the Saturday any price goes. The deal count here is just crazy with this sale. It's right around 900 games, so I still have a whole lot of digging kind of ahead of me. So I will say, if you're anything like me, maybe just get that bank account ready. Let me know though in the comments below, have you picked anything up yet, and if so, what did you grab? With that then, a shout out to the patrons of the channel who are just going above and beyond to support SwitchCorner. It helps more than you know, so thank you all so much. If you do want to check that out for yourself, I have linked it in the video description down below. Then hit subscribe if you love the Switch as much as we all do here. Join our growing family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.